ain't even been on that long, so we good. All right, tonight, first lecture is going to be, when will beta males learn? And I will be using the PJ Washington and Brittany Renner situation. Now, I want to drop some absolute red pill about this situation before I even get started. And I want you guys to truly understand what I'm about to tell you. You cannot blame Brittany in this situation. I know it. I'm not jumping on her side, any of that. I am not jumping on her side. I'm not. I'm sorry, but she gave a blueprint. She gave a warning of what she was getting ready to do. I'm sorry. All the guys before her, how she put herself out there, we have to agree. Give me a thumbs up. Can you agree that she put all the warning signs out there to make him avoid her? And we're not talking about what she talked about with him alone. We're talking about what she's already put out there before she even met him. We have to agree. You cannot blame her in this situation. The guy that you have to blame is PJ. PJ didn't see the warning signs. And before I go into Brittany real quick, I just want Brittany, I want you guys to understand. There's been Britneys before Brittany that have already opened up the pathway to her. And that's going to be this woman right here, Karen Steffens. If any of you guys know, back in the early 2000s, late 99, early 2000s, from 2000 to 2010, you know what I'm saying? The millennials, all y'all millennials, you know who this is. This is the original Brittany. This is the one that all these girls are trying to be, this woman right here. She was the first one to go public, bragging about it, putting out books and all kind of stuff. Still sleeping with them, videotaping, getting money out of them. This was the first one right here that was actually out there getting it, was this woman. So when you start looking at women like Brittany Renner, you have to understand they're learning from girls before them that the celebrity men okayed. You have to realize when these guys come across these type of women in the industry, it's nothing to a guy who is trained for that. That's why they don't make her wifey, because they've been in the game long enough. They done already seen what they doing. They trying to get what they can get and get out and call it a day. But when it comes to PJ is one of those guys. Let me tell you about PJ. And I always told you guys, these are the type of dudes that always get played. And the reason why they always get played is because they really don't understand what true masculinity is. They don't understand it. They don't understand the mind of a woman. And the reason why, I'm going to say this again, the reason why they don't understand it is because they don't have enough time to do the groundwork. That's what you have to understand. When NBA players are in high school and they're in college, they ain't got time to rip and run the streets and really learn women, because around that time, most of the girls that's been, the pussy they getting is just women that's just throwing themselves at them. In a lot of cases, they may not be the best looking thing in the world. But when you start getting money, you start getting it, right? You start to become powerful to the point where you start to actually believe. You start to actually believe that you have full control over your life when you don't even have control over your desires. Big shout outs to that last person, to the subscriber. I ain't catch your name. I'll catch it in a little bit. See, what you got to understand about PJ Washington, my bad, is that he felt like this. When they start sitting around pillow talking, Brittany the type of girl that'll tell him, every guy before me was bad, treated me bad. I caught him with that girl. I caught him with this. He tried to destroy my life. He did all this. She gonna sit down and go from God to God to God to God, explaining what each man did wrong to her. And the whole time that she doing that, a guy like PJ sitting on the pillow after he done got his nut sack licked real good. He's sitting next to her like, man, please. These niggas just don't know how to treat a lady. That's what he's saying. Well, you ain't got to go through that pain no more. That's the first way she get him. She forced him to feel sorry for her. And when you got the money, it's easy for you to just feel sorry for her because you feel like you could turn around and buy everything that she's going to want to make her happy. That's where this type of guy goes wrong. It's at the pillow talk. It's after she done deep throat the dick. After she done played with the balls. After she done did all that shit that he been jerking off to. That's where these women get these dudes. Listen to what I'm telling you. They already know. They know exactly where to cater to lure you in. And that's what Brittany did. Let's check out the red flags that he should have been following. But before we get to watching these videos and going over these videos, let me just go back and answer some super chats real quick. I got to go to a whole different screen that you guys don't see. Let me see where we stopped at before we actually start reviewing the video. All right. I got two new ones. Hold on. Sheldon Ross, big shout outs, bro. Laugh out loud. She literally had a video calling NBA guys stupid, and that they are the easiest to finesse. You're right, bro. You're right. Cliff Way, big shout outs, bro. And the sad part about it, Anthony, is that he didn't even see it coming and still chose to ignore the red flags. You got to realize it, guys. There's suckers born every minute. Big shout outs to those brothers. Big shout out. Big shout outs to Alpha Kingdom Podcast as well. Y'all better get over there and catch on to Alpha Kingdom Podcast. I've been watching you, Alfie. I see what you're doing, bro. You on your way up. Just stay consistent. I see you. Y'all get over there and subscribe to Alpha Kingdom Podcast. That's one of them dudes that has a versatile channel. I haven't seen LD in a while. What happened to LD? But y'all get over there and watch Alfie. Oris Mayes, he says, appreciate everything. Big shout outs, bro. All right. He said, glad to see you live from Alpha Kingdom Podcast. All right. We getting ready to go right into the videos of, hold on, let me pull my screen down. Oh, we got it unlocked. Okay. We're going to go to one of these videos that she drops. And both of these videos, I just want people to understand, both of these videos are about 3 years old. They're about 3 years old, but these are the red flags that PJ completely ignores.
Many people like to keep track of all the men that I've been with. And it makes you wonder, why are you concerned unless you would want to be one of them?
You hear what she said? Understand this. Understand where the manipulation starts, where you got to start understanding. You got to learn from a hoe. You got to learn from a hoe. She said, why are you interested in how many guys I have been with unless you want to be one of them? You hear it? A hoe would teach you how to tame her, but she also drops the knowledge that most of you guys ignore. She just said it. Why you want to know how many men she with unless you want to be one of them? That's mind manipulation. She knows how to tap inside your inner soul. Trust me. Jezebels, these type of women are the worst ones, bro. Succubus, because they're the smartest. They have no soul.
You see, they say that jealousy is anger about what you can't have. Now, any man would be lucky to have me. That's why a lot of them still track for me. I'm just sick and tired of wearing panties. So much so that I throw them all away. What's wrong, Dad?
Do you guys notice anything that she's doing? Who does she sound like? Let's keep it funky, guys. What does she sound like? She sounds like those little commercial clips in between Pornhub. As soon as you click on the video, it's either some girl getting banged out or some webcam girl trying to talk to you all nice and soft. She took a page out of their book. What makes it different? What makes it differently between her and those girls is that those girls turn it on because they're willing to get naked and they treat it as a job. They know at the end of the day, I'm a porn woman and I have to be with a guy that's in the industry as me. That's how real porn stars are gonna look at it. They already know I'm in the porn world, so I'm gonna date a guy who's kind of like me in a way. When you got a woman like Brittany Renner, she's setting up game from the jump. Everything that she does has game. You have to realize she will continue to play against your sexual desires because it doesn't boil down to, the guys are not looking at it like, I want her because she's sexy or I want her just to hit it. They looking at it like, she ain't met a guy like me. But she's already looking at them like, you're just a bank account. Regardless of what you say to me, you're just a bank account. And the reason why she looking at it like, dude, you're just a bank account, because my mama watching this shit, my daddy watching this shit, my uncles are watching this shit, my sisters and brothers are watching this. Everybody in my life is watching this that I care about, and I don't give a fuck what they think. What makes you think I'm going to give a fuck about you? Her soul is for sale. For sale. She don't care what nobody thinks about her. That's what guys are not understanding when it comes to these type of women. When they start getting on Instagram, they start getting on Facebook, they start getting on TikTok, and they start doing stuff like this, they can no longer be nobody's wife because they've already taken in consideration of who could possibly see this video. Her soul's for sale. She would never be a woman that you can wife. You have to understand that. She don't care if 20 years go down the road and somebody see this. When her soul's for sale, she has no morality to anything that she's doing. I keep trying to tell you guys, think about Karen. Even after all the balls she's licked and got on camera and dude she sucked off, y'all want to know something? This tramp still managed to get married 3 times after all that, because it's always some sucker lined up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Let's get back to the video.
Unless the bitch come with a butt with a friend, I can't be driving no regular cars. The bitch gotta come with a butt.
Now you see, this is another giveaway. I can't continue to play that song. Rap music. Rap music, rap music, rap music. Why is rap music a dead giveaway? Because that's where the hypnosis is at. See, when these type of women get around guys who don't listen to rap, they can't use their game at all. Because they're not hypnotized to her. They're already looking below her. They're already looking at her like, hey, you know we don't get down like that. Chill out. You know you're after 12 o'clock, nasty girl. But when women start listening to rap music, it helps them pick out the type of guy that's going to be the easiest to get the money out of. The more they try to be popular, the more they try to act like a rapper, you emulate a rapper, the more of a target they become. And the reason why, it's the same reason why she dresses provocative. She hopes that you hope that she's a nasty girl. So you're hoping that she hopes you're this baller type dude. So she's already expecting, being the fact that you listen to rap, you're going to automatically trick on her. Why? Because that's all the rappers talk about. How much money they spend on women. Give her $5,000 here, bought her a Bentley, bought her a Birkin bag, bought her this, buy her that, buy her that. They automatically think, all right, he's trying to be like them or the ball players. Because those guys waste their money. So when she goes to meet these guys, she already know what's going on. And she talks about it freely. Why do they talk about it so freely? Because men cannot get in control over their desires. It is the hardest thing to get in control of. You could take the fattest, sloppiest, ugliest, stinkiest woman and walk her past a prison yard. She's going to have at least a lot of guys that will sleep with her, that will call her pretty, that will call her beautiful, even though she looks like crap to society because their desires took over their brain. Your desires is the most important thing that you have control over. If you can't control that, you ain't gonna control no woman that walk into your life. So understand, no fap is highly recommended. Let's go to the second video. Let's get those likes and donations up. Show me some love.
I want to know my body count. I don't know why in like 2018 that's any of your fucking business or why it matters. But 24. 11 athletes. Woo! 5 entertainers. Woo! 8 regular guys. Woo! I've only fucked 3 regular guys since I've...
What I want guys to understand about this as well, when it comes to these type of girls, when they're bragging about this, I just want you guys to understand that there are hundreds, even thousands of girls behind the scenes doing worse. And the reason why girls like this come to surface and do it is because it's the fastest way to stand out. Majority, not all, majority of the women that are doing the same thing as she's doing, they do it on a more quiet scale. They get certain guys that they only deal with, period, and get put on those guys' payroll and show up to be convenient. But what you're watching out of a woman like Brittany is she's a freelancer going for keeps. She's saying, listen, I ain't got time to have 3 or 4 dudes. I got to get in and get it. And these guys are so stupid, they're going to follow it every time. Let's get to it.
But 24. 11 athletes. Woo! 5 entertainers. Woo! 8 regular guys. Woo! I've only fucked 3 regular guys since I've been Instagram famous because a lot of y'all run your fucking mouths too much. I don't want to be sending you a video 1 minute, the next minute I see me spread eagle on the timeline playing with my pussy. In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
She gave it away. She gave it away. She done gave away the game with that right there. Just mess with an athlete because they're dumb. Are these guys actually dumb and stupid? No, they just don't have female nature smarts. Most guys between the ages of 15 and 30 do not have female nature smarts. You have to grow into that. But what they don't have is a woman who's taught them what a real woman is. That's what you guys have to understand as well. If you've been your mom's little puppet, you've been your mom's son husband, these type of women right here, you feel like you can save. The more of a son husband you are, the worse of women that you're going to date. And the reason why is because you're going to always be trying to save them because you've taken on your mom's spirit. You've watched your mom struggle. So when you start seeing broken, dysfunctional women, you start to attract to this. because you think that you can save them. But you can't turn a bad girl good. When a good girl is going bad, she's going forever. This video right here, 3 years old. In 3 years, look at how many guys she's been with. Let's just look here. Let's just look at who she's been with. James Harden? Uzi Vert? Uzi Vert? Let's see who she's been with. Drake? Uzi Vert? Who's that guy? She's been with okay. Colin Kaepernick? Colin Kaepernick? She's with Colin Kaepernick for a while. Well, I was watching DJ Academics, and he said that Brittany Renner flew out to Uzi's house, sucked him off for 3 hours, and he still didn't sleep with her. All he did was just kick her out. But then again, you see him dating him right there, tongue kissing her in the mouth. That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst by far. When you tongue kissing her in the mouth, knowing she been ran through, because you can't get in control over your desires. Let's get those likes up. Let's get them donations up as well. Let's go to the last but not least. What is there to learn from this situation? I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up before I go into the next lecture. What is there to learn from this situation? 1, your desires will blind you from the truth. You would tell yourself things are not as bad as they are because you want it to work out bad, because your desires is to have her, that you're hoping the world just works in your favor. This is why I don't do consulting, because a lot of times when you're giving people direct answers, they try to go back and give you another detail of the story to see if you could change your mind of the story so the story works in their direction. You be like, yo, you're getting played. Hey, but she called me twice yesterday. All right, you're getting played. So you have to understand your desires will blind you from the truth. Next, she was, damn, I worded that wrong. He says, I worded it wrong. It was she trying to act like a good woman. But what I wanted to say is, women like this know how to turn on a roll into tricking a man into thinking that they can be submissive one day, and that the reason why they are the way that they are is because of the history of guys that they've been with. And she has a story for each guy as to why she is the way she is. And then they'll be like, oh, I didn't trust you. You know my past with men. So understand, they know how to act like they can possibly change, but it's all part of manipulation. That's what you've seen from her. Next, you're learning the tall tale here. You cannot turn a whore into a housewife. Period. I don't care how you word it, shape, form, or whatever it is you got going on. You cannot turn a whore into a housewife. It has not worked out yet. It hasn't. You look at any celebrity that's been ran through in social media and known for multiple guys, she can't hold down a relationship whatsoever. Not a single one of them has turned from a whore to a housewife. It's just not something that they know how to do. What people don't understand about a housewife is that a housewife is smart. Only a smart woman can get a man, because a smart woman would know exactly when to use her power and when not to use her power. She'll also understands what she has and what she's appreciative of. Girls like this, Brittany, there's so many guys out there on a platter for her. She's heartless to it. Trust me. What you want to find out, who is the guy that hurt her? Because most women that turn into, how can I say, demons like this, Jezebel type, typically have gotten their heart hurt from a man previous before them. So understand, hurt people hurt people. Once you get hurt, you find a weak woman to go fucking leave her alone. And you say, hey, I feel better now. I did to somebody what has been done to me.